Hello, welcome back to another Alliance War video. Wow, 2 in a row. That's crazy. Anyway, we're Masked Titans. We're up against GT40, and I have the classic Blade, Ghost Rider, Stark Enhanced Spider-Man on the team. So up first, we're on path 2, fighting this Absorbing Man with the Combat Deja Vu Placebo and node where if a buff runs out, they get a prowess, and also on specials you get a neutralize. But I'm playing Blade with the full Trinity, so there's a high chance that a lot of things fail. Like the neutralize just failed. So we're just gonna throw specials. We're just gonna throw SP2s. I'm not gonna be a little safe actually. I'm gonna throw that because I know even if I dex, MD won't push me up. MD won't expire until I hit him, so I'm safe to bait a special. So I just finished that in like a minute. Very, very simple fight. And then up next we have Arcade on node 11 with strike counter, amplify, encroaching root. Only node that matters here is the root, of course, because with Arcade, if you time it wrong and you get rooted and he throws a special, you will die. You will get poisoned and you will die. So I thought I parried, but it turns out I missed it, and I went for a parry heavy and he punished me severely. But we're gonna bait this. I know I can safely bait it because there's enough time on the root, even with Arcade's long special attack animation. And also, no root happened in that fight because of the enhanced danger sense, courtesy of Arcade being a villain, and the Stark Spidey synergy. And then up next we have the fight that I was worried about when I first got my assignments, which is Ruby Thursday on node 25 with thorns and Be Like Water. Basically, if I put a non-damaging debuff on her, like a parry stun, she will go unblockable. But Blade is gonna get around that, and Ruby's tactic, so I can get the glancings on me. So we're just gonna play this extremely slow. Blade has an ability where the more power you have, the faster you can shrug off debuffs. And I'm gonna make full use of that in this fight and another fight that's coming up. So we're just gonna dance around Ruby here. Like technically, I could be playing this more aggressively and not baiting a special, but I just want to be safe because this is GT40. Every death counts. So we're just gonna play slow. Build up to my SP2 passively. Throw an SP2. I know I can technically throw the SP2s because the unsteady is only 25%. So it only gets out of hand when they stack up a lot, culminating in a 100% glancing. I don't know if Blade's danger sense lowers that chance, but yeah, I just don't know. We finished that fight by basically just throwing SP2s. Kind of like you would with Doctor Strange. You just kind of get around her by just throwing specials and being careful of the auto block. Yeah, we get that down to like a minute 20. So not bad. Not amazing, but not impressive, but not horrible either. Now this fight's horrible. Node 34 Zemo, which 34 is usually like a pretty throwaway node. But I make a mistake there, and I immediately go down to 50%. Like, uh-oh. I actually fail his resistance, so he gets the roots, so he gets his cleanses back. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. Because he almost got to an SP2. I'm not entirely confident in the SP2 decks. And I don't want to take a chance that he crits on my block and I die. Because I have the 2 Disorians, and Zemo I'm pretty sure he has a higher crit rate against heroes. That might just be when he's dashing it. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm just going to continuously throw special 2s and just hope that he dies before I do. And he dies. So you would think I would look at that fight and reflect and be like, okay, the scary fights are over. No. That's not true at all. We're going right back into a terrorist fight. Node 37 Rhino with Blade. Now, if you know what Rhino does, you might be thinking, wait a minute, that doesn't sound very good. Rhino's physical resistance is decreased bleed ability accuracy. And you know what? You would be absolutely correct. So I throw an SP2 and I get a singular bleed. I'm like, uh-oh. We're going to be here for a while, aren't we? And I'm trying to stay away from him when the root goes up or when the root timer expires. Just to be safe. I have a high chance of failing it because of Danger Sense. But that's not a risk I'm willing to take. If I see, I do get rooted there. I throw an SP2 here. We get no bleeds. I'm like, oh no. We're actually gonna be here for a long time. I parry that, try and get like a little cheeky bleed off of that. I hit him when he's unstoppable because that kind of controls his physical resistances, and hopefully I can nab like a sneaky little bleed. But no. I get a bleed there. I get another bleed. He's going down, but he's also stacking regens because even though Blade gets fights done fast, eventually abilities will trigger. And I throw an SP2 right into his block. So at this point I'm like, uh-oh. This ain't good. Because he's also purifying my bleeds, and he just clonks me with a heavy. Like, oh man, that's not good. I throw an SP2 again, this time into not block. And I'm like, oh, please let me parry. And then I get a notification. I thought I had Do Not Disturb on, but I was wildly incorrect. We throw another SP2 and we get no bleeds. This fight's horrible. So we were comboing him there, trying to make use of a Danger Sense to try and stop him from getting regens. And I throw an SP2, I get a bleed. I get another bleed, and he's going down. We're not on timeout pace. I don't know, I think I misjudged my power there, or I just wanted to get him away from me. I parry that, get a sneaky little bleed. I'm like, okay, the end is near. Notice how he hasn't gotten rooted one time. To be fair, I've only gotten rooted once, so there's not much to complain about. And then throw the SP2 here, and it kills. Whew. Anyway, hopefully next war I don't get terrorist fights, but only time will tell. As of right now, we're winning, but we're also down on fights, and we're actually up on fight. We're actually losing on fight time right now. Partially my fault, but what are you gonna do? We got out alive. Anyway, see you all next war.